Chris Robinson here with 5-time Trainer of the Year, Freddie Roach. Freddie, did you happen to see Nonito Donaire's performance the other night against Jeffrey Matabula?
The Matabula was trained in my gym for like 4 days before the fight.
Oh yeah.
And you know, he looked like the real deal. He was in shape. He made weight. He's a tall guy. I thought he might give him a little trouble because of his height and so forth. But I think overall Donaire was just too strong for him down the stretch.
Okay, now what has stood out about Donaire over the years to you? Like, have you kind of expected this kind of success from him?
Well, he's a big puncher. If you throw a lazy punch at him, he's a great counter puncher. He's a solid guy. I think he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today.
Do you think a fight with Jorge Arce, they're talking about that for October, do you think that's going to be satisfying enough to the fans and insiders, or do you think he has, other business to finish at 122 after that?
No, I'd like to see him fight the Cuban, to be honest.
Rigondeaux.
Yeah, Rigondeaux.
Okay.
Rigondeaux is one of the best fighters I've ever trained. Okay. Technique-wise, he's very skillful. He's a great counter-puncher, and I think those two guys together would be a great fight.
Now, when you worked with Rigondeaux, what was it like? How would you describe him as a fighter, just training him?
Just working the mitts and stuff, and I'm trying to get shots in and show him his mistakes and seeing the opening and so forth. He's the only fighter in the world that I've never hit once.
Really?
I've never caught him.
Really?
He blocked every time. One time, I was going to go hook the body, after the right hand. He stuck his elbow in me. I had a big bruise in my arm for a month. So
wow.
He's I've never got to him in like 6 months of training, and and I'm in charge. I'm calling the shots, so I know where the counter is.
Right.
So I have the edge, but he has the eyes.
If you had to break down a Donaire-Rigondeaux fight in your head, just looking at their styles, how do you think the fight would play out?
Well, the thing is, they're both great counterpunchers, and Rigondeaux is more strictly counterpuncher, and I think Donaire would have to take the lead and be a little more aggressive. And it's a great fight, and the thing is, whoever lands a big shot first is going to win that one.
And one thing about Donaire, it seems everybody in boxing, if they're Filipino, they're talking about the next Pacquiao comparisons. Do you feel that's unfair to Donaire?
He's a world champion. He's doing great at his own. He doesn't need to be compared to anybody but himself. The thing is, he's a great champion, and Manny Pacquiao, 2-8 world titles. Nobody's gonna ever duplicate that, and so that's a tough act to follow. But he's at least the second best Filipino in the world today.
Thank you, Freddie.